7 o'clock, November 16th, everybody rise to say the pledge. 10 minutes, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. We're going to go a little slow with me doing all the writing here, so just bear with me. Roll call: McKeever.
Here.
Myers.
Here.
Me.
Here.
Truca.
Here.
Sherrick. Here. Vote. All set. Okay. And proposed legislation? No.
Nope.
That's later,
Accept
right?
minutes.
All right. We need to look at the Bucyrus Council regular meeting minutes for November 2nd. Does anybody have any corrections or additions? If not, I'll entertain a motion in a second.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right. First of all, for the next set of minutes on November 4th, I need a first and a second to rename them as Bucyrus City Council rescheduled meeting for Thursday, November 4th versus special meeting.
I make a motion to amend the title to rescheduled meeting.
And a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right. As you
Madam
have had a
President,
chance, yes.
you'd want a motion then to accept them as amended.
Would I not do that with
I
the,
think that was just a motion to amend, that we need to accept as amended.
So you're
right,
moving
that's where I
them?
go next.
Yeah,
Yes.
So you're making a motion? No.
sorry.
Nope. If you had a chance to review, are there any other changes or additions that you see need done? Then I would accept a motion to accept these minutes as they are amended.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. All right. And do we have any visitors that would like to address? No? Okay, moving on then. We do not have any petitions or communications that I'm aware of. So we will go on to standing committee reports. Plating?
I will report for plating and finance. I do not have anything of it at this moment.
Public lands?
I have nothing at this moment.
Health and safety?
No report, Madam President.
And I'm assuming Doug has nothing either?
It would be, there's neither of them are here, Doug or Lisa.
Okay, so we're saying that.
Third chair, I'll say nothing to report.
Okay. Service?
No report.
Traffic commission?
Nothing.
All right. All right, well, since there's nothing to report, we're not going to need to make a motion to accept anything, do we? All right, let's go for the mayor's report.
That's record time.
Well, first of all, thank you. Lots going on, but I wanted to just briefly touch on a couple things. Tree Commission honored local veterans last Thursday, which was Veterans Day. 100 years ago, on November 11th, 1921, the Tomb of the Unknowns in Washington, D.C., Arlington, Virginia, at Arlington National Cemetery was dedicated. At that same time, which was the 11th month, 11th day, 11th hour, everything kind of stopped in the country, and also in Bucyrus, it's the same thing happened. We dedicated a monument. Mayor Ott and large crowd was present at the monument out at the corner of, actually the point there at West Mansfield, Mary Street. And a tree was planted, an American elm tree at that time, which I don't remember if that elm tree was alive when I was in school or not. I can't remember. Dutch elm disease came in and nailed those trees. We planted a shingle oak to symbolize the toughness, the dedication, and the gratitude, actually, a long-term gratitude we've had for the veterans who are serving now and are serving. So had a little ceremony there led by the Tree Commission and several veterans organizations. We had students from the elementary and the middle school and high school. They also all took part in planting. So thank you to Tree Commission. John Rostesh is here tonight as a member of the Tree Commission. Jeff Panovich led up the group effort there. And at night then, maybe some of you were present there, had a nice little deal out at the high school. We missed last year because of COVID, but we caught up this year inducting the 2020 and 2021 Crawford County Veterans Hall of Fame inductees. Many deserving and good people were inducted. I want to single out former Mayor Mike Jacobs, who had an impressive resume, and just a good, all-around good guy. Just a good guy. He was inducted. And now that makes 2 former mayors that were in the Veterans Hall of Fame, along with Doug Wilson. Thanks to all those members. Thanks Chuck Chrisman, Donnie Shear, all the guys that put on such a nice thing. And it's always fun to see a nice crowd out there, too, and the bands were great as usual. So that's all I've got tonight. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Thank you, Mayor. And Safety Service Director's report?
Yes, we'll go right into that. We want to refer the farmland bids to Public Lands and Buildings. And one other one, a new truck in the street department to Service and Finance. Okay, that's 2 referrals. Bad news on the leaf pickup machine. One of them broke down. We were doing very well, so we're trying to have a part made. You can't. The truck is old and no parts are available anymore. So we're trying to have a part machined. Oh, thanks everybody for your patience. It's going to be a little slower go till we get that thing fixed. So if you want to take your leaves to the compost site, however, feel free to do so. It's open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. The airport project is coming along. It's about 35% completed. Mill and pave is almost finished. We're doing some curb work. That's RMH is one of our favorite contractors. Yes?
So the spot in between the streets is also going to be part of the curb work, or?
Spot in between the street.
There's about 2 feet that's not been paved between
Yeah,
Oak
that'll
Ridge
be,
and Whetstone.
right, that'll get
And
paved.
a couple of other roads that I've
Right.
gone on, I just didn't catch all the.
Yeah.
I drove on that one constantly.
Yeah, we wait and put the curbs in, then we come back and finish it. Yeah. Parking lots are done, look really nice. That was brought to everybody by the ability to sell a building to par, and brought a lot of jobs into town, helped our tax rolls, and also helped our parking lots. Look, they did a really nice job. Stetzer Road is water line project has begun, and we've had a lot of new calls. People want water, so they're moving quickly. I think it's going to be, depending on weather, about a 30-day project. EMS started November 1st, doing very well, been very smooth so far. Lots of calls. So we'll have Chief Schwemley will be here the first meeting in December to give you a monthly report. Gas aggregation as we mentioned, is going down, is on December 1st. We kind of went over that the last meeting. If you have any questions, please call the mayor's office. I did find out today that Columbia Gas short-term rate is going to be 0.7920 for next month. So anybody who opts out will be paying a higher price. Feel free to opt out. It's certainly a volunteer program. and you will be paying significantly more than what the city rate is. Santa Parade, as you know, Kiwanis and Rotary will be working together as usual. That's going to be on Friday, November 26th. We're going to kick off right from here, and we're going to head north to Mary. Then we go to the library, and Santa will be at the library. And Kevin, feel free to add anything else there if I'm missing anything. Nope.
I don't know.
Okay.
They were still accepting applications for the parade. That was
Okay.
just,
Kiwanis is handling that part of it, so
well,
I'm.
that was just
Yeah,
advertised. today.
okay, you heard it, thank you. If you want to get in the parade, there's still applications. You can contact City Hall if you have any questions on it. Candlelight Christmas has been a long tradition, lots of fun, and it's always a beautiful night in downtown Bucyrus, 5 to 8. Salvation Army will be in Shines Art Park, and the FC Bank will have a skating rink again. But that's going to be a lot of fun. Thanksgiving hours will be closed Thanksgiving, obviously, and the day after Thanksgiving. Now, if you have your trash pickup is normally Thursday, please have your trash out on Wednesday. Have it out early. If your normal trash pickup is Friday, please have it out on Monday. Don't put it out on Friday, put it out on Monday. And if you have any questions, that'll certainly be posted on our website too. We have a new firefighter. Tristan Pasco was sworn in about a week ago on the 4th. We welcome him. And the Bicentennial Commission has New Year's Eve gala tickets on sale. You can go to www.bucyrus2021.com for more information. I know they're selling quickly, so make sure you get your tickets ordered or reserved. They're also planning another bratwurst drop at the same time at Shines Art Park at midnight, and that will be live streamed at the gala. And Chamber of Commerce banquet is tomorrow night, the annual banquet. If you haven't got an invitation, that's tomorrow at Pickwick Place. So if you need tickets for that, call the Chamber of Commerce. And that is Jeff's report.
I was asked about the gas aggregation,
About what now?
the gas aggregation. program.
Yes.
At the end of that, what is being done for, I mean, are we going to go right into a new one immediately?
Well,
or-
this is good till 2 years.
Yeah.
So we're always looking ahead. That's when.
Because it was
when-
brought to our attention that we have a few members of the community who have done these before, and at the very end of that, if they don't switch into something immediately at the end of that 2-year,
Mhm.
that the rates jump, and people are worried
Now,
about.
you say, everybody stays in the city. If you're in, you don't get kicked out of the city's program. Nobody's jumping. You do have people that come in town that are trying to sell their own, rates too. And you have to be very careful. We can't keep solicitors out of town, but we want to make sure that they know what our rate is, and we ask them to be honest. But if you are in another program with a higher rate and you are on a variable rate that's no contract, we can get you back in. But if you've signed a long-term deal, for a year or 2 or 3 years, it's going to be tough. So be very careful. We watch that very close. That's how we locked into this rate. We saw rates bottoming out about a year ago, and we were able to lock in with our provider for 2 years. So at that low rate.
So are we looking for whatever to lock into after that 2 years?
Well, right now, the rates are about twice as high right now, so we're not going to lock in right now. We're going to wait and see what happens with the supply of natural gas. Of course, with the winter, this isn't a real good time to lock in because there's a lot of demand for it. And we see what happens with the price. If we have a mild winter and it drops back, we might reach then out to our provider and say, what can you offer us? And,
Because that's been a big worry about, as of that 2-year, when that
Right.
ends,
Yeah, I
what's
know.
going to happen?
What's going to happen? Well, we'll have a new rate, so we're going to have to be
Okay.
we're going to have to watch, and we watch the price, maybe not daily, but the price is posted, the natural gas price, and it's been kind of trending a little bit lower here in the last week, but not much, so We keep a good eye on it.
Madam President.
Jenny?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I got it. Is there a way that I could have Jeff Dunn look at 715 Earl Street? We had recently paved Earl Street, and there was pavement up against the sidewalk, but there's a section in front of that house.
Okay.
I had received it on the computer. I went out and looked at it just before council tonight, and that's the best I can deduct.
We just did Earl Street.
Right.
Yeah, so there's.
But there's a section of blacktop
That just isn't acceptable?
that isn't blacktop in front of their house. Maybe Jeff Dunn will check.
Oh, yeah, we'll check it out.
Just check it out.
Yeah. We'll let you know.
Okay.
Get back with you.
Any other questions for the mayor? All right, moving on to the law director.
I'll make a motion to refer the farmland bids to Public Lands and Building.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And the referral for the new truck.
I was going to say, I'll make a motion to refer the new street department truck to both service and finance.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Mr. McKeever.
No problem. Trying to help get along, get this done.
That's what he does. This would be helpful.
Now the law director.
Briefly, so I received an inquiry about the designated outdoor refreshment area. That was pre my term here. I have a file downstairs in the basement concerning the DORA, and it appears that you've made the mayor made I don't know what you call it, submitted an application to the council to approve or to enact that. Is that correct?
I did.
Do we know
Actually,
what-
this was the partnership and Chamber of Commerce was.
We were told at that time that after he submitted it, then we got approval from the state and we could proceed with it.
Gotcha. So I don't know, and I can do some research. It looks like it says like the code says not earlier than 30 days, but later than 60 days after the initial public notice, publication of notice. So you guys, did you have public hearings or no?
I believe we did.
Yes, we have a public hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the council shall either approve or reject the resolution or the application by ordinance or resolution
Everything was approved and we were waiting for it to be
Yeah.
submitted.
through this.
Maybe touch base with
Yeah.
Erin Stein and see if she could help you recreate the
What happened?
timeline.
Deal.
Jesse Furnier was involved.
Yeah.
Right, I said, I don't know, I'm not sure what happened, that was before me. That's just, somebody brought that up, so. And then the other issue, there was some questions and confusion concerning our last go-round of the meetings, the previously scheduled council meeting that we held on this November 4th. When I went back and reviewed my notes, and from my recollection, I think it was our intent to, or the council's intent to reschedule our meeting from the 2nd to the 4th so as to have a quorum, so as to allow for the passage of some legislation which was needed to pass in a timely manner, and we needed to have at least 5 members present. And at that point, it was decided to reschedule the same or have a special meeting for the same, as there was some public participation. I guess there's some question as to what the nature of that second meeting was. And then prior to the November 4th meeting, there was multiple notices provided to the public, which then had some confusion additionally as to what was allowed to be approved, what wasn't allowed to be approved. I guess in my opinion, overall, the confusion caused by this situation could lead to some issues in the future regarding what had taken place at that November 4th meeting, specifically what we had passed or what the council had passed. Although a reading of Ohio Revised Code Section 121, as well as the Ohio Attorney General's opinions and case law concerning sunshine law and our obligations therefore, I don't think that we're outside the law. I do believe that in an abundance of caution, it would be prudent to go back and revisit the issues that were not specifically addressed in our notices, which would include establishing an ad hoc committee for the employment of a council clerk moving forward, the appointment of an interim council clerk. I believe that would need to be done retroactive back to the November 4th date. There was discussions, referrals as to the 2020 budget, and then there was an appropriation ordinance being ordinance number 39/2021 that council had passed. As such, to that ordinance, I've prepared a ordinance which would repeal the passage of ordinance 39/2021 and replace it with a new ordinance, and have submitted that for you guys' approval this evening. But that would be my report for councils.
Okay, well, considering the actions that we need to take, for the first one, for the ad hoc committee, could I have a motion and a second to establish this said ad hoc committee for the process of hiring a council clerk consisting of Mr. McKeever, Mr. Myers, Ms. Sherrick, and myself?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And appointing Mr. Myers as interim council clerk, that's per our ordinance, correct? It is internal?
For Ohio Revised
Ohio
Code,
Revised
it has to be someone from the own body, from the public body.
Okay, all right, making it retroactive to November 4th, 2021. Can I have a motion and a second?
I make a motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right.
Pursuant, Madam Chair.
Yes, sir.
Pursuant to Bucyrus Codified Ordinance 111.19, I wish to make a motion to suspend the rules of Bucyrus Codified Ordinance 111.11 and 111.14 and request legislation repealing and replacing ordinance number 39-2021 with the sequential ordinance number being proposed ordinance 43-2021.
Who made the motion? Oh, okay. Could I get a second?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Madam President, you need a roll call vote.
I'm sorry. McKeever?
Yes.
Myers?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Truca?
Yes.
Sherrick?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
All right. Now on to the auditor's report.
Thank you, Madam President. With all the confusion going on, I would like to re-refer the appropriations that I had referred on 11-4. Those include appropriations to the general fund, the sewage disposal fund, and the solid waste fund. And I also would like to refer the 2022 budget to finance, get that referred officially. And I will also, I believe it's in committee, but just to be sure, the depository agreements that we've been working on, I want to make sure those are in Finance Committee. We did receive bids last week, and in reviewing them, we found a couple little things that were submitted by the banks that we needed to clarify. We are still working on that. So we should have legislation for the first meeting in December. So as soon as we have that, I will see that you get it. And then I also have a new referral. We will need an appropriation in the general fund for civil service and the amount of $6,000. I'll have the paperwork for you for your Thursday meeting. The reason for this is with the new hires and the civil service testing that we've been doing, we kind of ran right through the budget, because there's also, in addition to the testing fees, we have medical fees for physicals and that kind of thing that comes in and is paid through civil service. So we will need to have that taken care of. I believe that is all I have.
I'll make a motion for the referrals.
All of the above?
All those that you mentioned that need referred to finance.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. All right, treasurer's report. And this is the one we had the first page to, but not the back, correct?
Yes, so now you have
Okay.
both sides.
Madam President,
Yes, sir.
I'll make a motion to accept and file.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. All right, we do not have a police chief report or a fire chief report. Could I have a first or a second to accept the city officers' reports?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Would anybody from the public like to address? Okay. Does anyone feel the need to recess and reconvene? We'll keep on moving. All right, consideration of proposed legislation for the first time. You have in front of you.
Would you like me to read the captions for you?
Yes, please.
Proposed ordinance number 43-2021, repealing and replacing ordinance 39-2021, and amending and supplementing ordinance number 50-2020, being the annual appropriations ordinance for 2021 by appropriating from unappropriated general funds the sum of $81,525 to the personal services line item within the police department category within the Program 1, Security of Persons and Property subparagraph. Further appropriating from unappropriated general funds the sum of $2,500 to the personal services line item within the maintenance utility worker category within the Program 7 General Government subparagraph. Further appropriating from unappropriated safety forces levy funds the sum of $10,000 to the personal services line item within the police department category and $80,000 to the personal services line item within the fire department category, with both aforesaid categories being within the safety forces levy subparagraph. And finally, appropriating from unappropriated sewage disposal funds the sum of $20,000 to the personal services line item within the sewers and drains category within the sewage disposal subparagraph and declaring an emergency. And proposed resolution number 235-2021, repealing and replacing resolution 231-2021, and acting in its place resolution 235-2021, allowing city council to agree to the sale of 1411 North Sandusky Avenue and declaring an emergency. Proposed ordinance number 42-2021, repealing ordinance 31-2021, being an ordinance which amended and supplemented section 1157.02 entitled Official Zoning District Map under Chapter 1157 entitled Zoning Districts and Zoning District Map, under Title 9 entitled Zoning Districts, under Part 11 entitled Planning and Zoning Code of the Codified Ordinances of the City of Bucyrus and declaring an emergency.
All right, can I have a first and a second to accept these as the first readings.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. All right. And are we referring anything back?
You refer them back.
All right, we are referring those back to,
Their committees,
to what?
to their originating
Yeah,
committee.
to the originating committee. Thank you. All right. Any public participation? All right. Consideration of proposed legislation for a third time.
Proposed Resolution 234-2021, authorizing and directing the Bucyrus Public Service Safety Director on behalf of the City of Bucyrus, Ohio, to advertise for bids and to enter into a contract or contracts not to exceed $380,000 with the lowest and best bidder or bidders for the Parcher Road Waterline Project with EPA approval. And finally, authorizing and directing the Bucyrus City Auditor to draw a warrant or warrants in payment therefore from the appropriate appropriation or appropriations.
Can I have a first and a second?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Any public participation? Okay, all right. Committee report on pending legislation. Finance Resolution 234-2021.
Yes, finance is favorable to Resolution 234-2021, the Parcher Road water line. Finance is favorable to Ordinance 41-20.
That's been pulled.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's
43.
right.
It was 43.
We have to do 43, correct?
It didn't go through committee.
Okay. All right,
That's it.
okay.
And, okay, go ahead.
Resolution 235-2021, Public Lands and Buildings, repeal and replace resolution number 231-2021.
Public Lands and Buildings is favorable to Resolution 235-2021.
And ordinance 42-2021, repeal of ordinance 31-2021, plating.
Plating is favorable to Ordinance 42-2021, the repeal of Ordinance 31-2021.
Further consideration of pending legislation, resolution 234-2021, Archer Road water line. Do I have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call McKeever,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
me,
Yes.
Truca,
Yes.
Sherrick.
Yes.
Motion passes. Excuse me. Excuse me. Regarding resolution 235-2021, for the second and third readings of proposed resolution 235-2021, do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings, and caption? Excuse me, I'm sorry. And text, and declare an emergency?
So moved.
Second.
Do I roll call that as well?
I can if you'd like. McKeever?
Yes.
Sherrick?
Yes.
Myers, yes. Me?
Yes.
Truca?
Yes.
All right, motion carries. Do I hear a motion to adopt, resolution 235-2025?
2021.
I'm sorry?
I said 2021, so.
What did I say?
25.
2025, we're a little.
Oh my
ahead.
goodness, I wonder where that came from, I'm sorry. You want me to reread that?
Please.
No.
Do I hear a motion to adopt the proposed resolution 235-2021?
So moved.
Second.
Sherrick?
Yes.
McKeever?
Yes.
Myers, yes. Me?
Yes.
Truca?
Yes.
Motion carries. Regarding ordinance number 41-2021, For the second and third reading.
Madam President, that's
Yes,
been
sir.
pulled.
That's the one that was.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was, oh, I'm sorry.
We're doing 43, right?
You can do 42 or 43 next, doesn't matter.
We'll do 43. All right. Consideration of ordinance number 43-2021 for the second and third readings of proposed ordinance 43-2021. Do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings of the caption and text, and declare an emergency?
So moved.
Second.
Any? Okay.
McKeever?
Yes.
Sherrick?
Yes.
Myers, yes. Me?
Yes.
Truca?
Yes.
Motion carries. Do I hear a motion to adopt the proposed ordinance number 43-2021?
So moved.
Second.
McKeever?
Yes.
Sherrick?
Yes.
Myers, yes. Me?
Yes.
Truca?
Yes.
Motion carries. All right, in regards to ordinance number 42-2021 for the second and third readings of proposed ordinance 42-2021, do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings of the caption and text, and declare an emergency?
So moved.
Second.
McKeever?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Truca?
Yes.
Sherrick?
Yes.
Myers, yes.
Motion carries, thank you. Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed ordinance 42-2021?
So moved.
Second.
McKeever?
Yes.
Sherrick?
Yes.
Myers, yes. Me?
Yes.
Truca?
Yes.
Motion carries. All right, ordinance numbers 43-2021, 42-2021 are duly adopted, as well as resolution 235-2021. Do we have any old or unfinished business?
Was the resolution number 234, 2021 adopted tonight as well?
Yes. That was
Yes,
the
but
third reading.
these were done as emergencies.
Well, that one was finalized tonight, though,
Correct.
Yeah,
so I
Yes.
just figured we probably needed it on the record.
It's adopted 30 days after today.
goes into effect.
Goes into effect 30 days.
It's adopted tonight, 30
You're
days
right,
after
you're
today
right.
it goes into effect.
Yes, sir.
As formality, it's always been done that after each piece of legislation is actually adopted by the council clerk at that point in time makes it part of record that it's actually been duly adopted at that present time, so,
I thought that the president did that, my apologies.
yeah, council president did.
Yeah,
I mean, after the council would actually pass it. then the
after each
council-
one.
After each one, then the council president will state for the record that this resolution or this ordinance has been duly adopted.
That's correct. Yeah,
That way, you
Okay.
know.
We'll get it.
Thank you. I
Okay.
apologize.
No, I don't mean it that way. I mean, it's-
No, and
I'm
I-
just being constructive and telling you,
Right.
okay.
I appreciate it. I missed a step and I apologize. It's okay. I'm not offended. It's all good. No spit wads, we're good. All right, do we have any new or miscellaneous business needing addressed?
We do need to make sure that the ad hoc committee is added to Thursday night's list of meetings at the end, so we have a meeting. We need to formally make sure that that's added.
I'm okay with that. You two okay with that?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
And then to tack on to that, then we also need to schedule a special council meeting in
Correct.
between the committee meetings and the ad hoc meeting to take care of the appropriation that we needed to
Refer, yeah.
resubmit.
Right.
Should we,
We need a first and a second to have
Oh,
a special
special
council meeting for the specific reason of ordinance 41-2021.
I'll make a motion.
I will second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. So that will be after the committee
After the
meetings.
committees and before the
Before the
app.
Or ad-hoc.
All right. May I have a motion to excuse the council member Alsep and Vogt?
Madam President?
Yes, sir.
Prior to that, I would just like to say that both of them are kind of enduring some things going on right now with
Yes, sir. They are.
Miss Alsep's father is ill and Mr. Foat had an injury that required surgery, just to let them know that we're thinking about both their families tonight. And if you already made that motion, I'll
Yes,
second
so
it.
moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you for mentioning that, Mr. Myers. All right, so we have referrals for the farmland bids to public lands and buildings, the new truck for service and finance, and appropriations for civil service to finance. Anything else that I missed?
There were a whole lot of appropriations.
Yeah, we've got,
Solid waste.
re-refer the November 4th appropriations to finance, the 2022 budget to finance, the depository agreements to finance, and then the civil service to finance.
Doesn't finance already have a depository?
We had to re-refer it.
Gotta
just to
re-refer
be
it.
safe, so
Okay.
I've got them all here.
Yes, thank you, sir. All right, anything else? I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Any opposed? We're adjourned at 7:42.
Made it.